From South Wood County Stadium in Wisconsin Rapids, welcome to a night of girls high school soccer. My name's Chris Conley, just a few minutes away from the opening whistle between DC Everest and Wisconsin Rapids. Our pregame coverage tonight is brought to you by Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, and on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. Well, the Evergreens may be a little bit of a frustrated team. They settled for a 1-1 draw earlier this week against Marshfield. Evergreens had chances to break the tie in the second half. They hit the post, had a misfire where the goalkeeper was down and a large part of the goal mouth was open but couldn't score. So the Evergreens, for the first time all year, played a conference match and did not come away with a win. They come in Valley play 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie. They are in first place. Wisconsin Rapids is 2-1-0 in conference play, but only 2-5-1. So this will be their 9th match and only 2 wins for Wisconsin Rapids. The Evergreens will be favored tonight. But you know what? If the Evergreens want to keep first place all to themselves, they really need a win. In the standings, you get 3 points in the table for a win and only 1 point for a tie. Say the Evergreens are tied today. If Spash, the second place team, wins their game this week, Spash would leapfrog the Evergreens. So the Evergreens really need all 3 points and a victory tonight over Wisconsin Rapids. It is parents' night for the home teams. That's always nice. Rapids is in their home red kits with the white numerals. Evergreens are in all white with the green numerals and trim. Starters are coming out onto the field. Let's introduce you to the goalkeepers. McKenna Campman gave up the only goal in the Marshfield game. It was a deflection off of her body. She was down on her knees and was unable to get back onto her feet to defend the rebound. A junior starts between the pipes for Wisconsin Rapids. That's Aaliyah Leach. While the crowd is being introduced to our starters here, why don't we take a quick break? Then we'll be back with the national anthem and our opening whistle. It's DC Everest and Wisconsin Rapids. Girls soccer is next on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
You know, in some ways, this is going to be a miserable night. We're going to drop from the 50s into the 40s before the evening is done. There is a very light rain falling, but it's blowing around in the wind here. So, I mean, if you brought an umbrella, it's not going to do you any good. This game was originally scheduled to be played at the elementary school where there is no press box. If the game wasn't moved from there to here, this would have come off our Zaleski sports schedule. There would have been no way to keep our equipment dry out there. So we're glad to be playing on the football field. We'll play on synthetic turf tonight. But again, I think before this night is over, like if you're not on the field running around, burning off that energy, I think once you get wet and the temperature drops, that it's going to be cold. We'll play under the floodlights this evening. One of the really nice things about Wisconsin Rapids is that this school has upgraded their athletic facilities in recent years. I mean, when we would come here for football games back in the old days when this was a grass field, this was one of the better grass fields in central Wisconsin. Drained very well, had a high crown in the center of the field. I mean, it was a good facility. But this field saw a lot of football on it during the course of a season because it's the home for Wisconsin Rapids High School and for Assumption. So there was a game here almost every week. Rapids, of course, now has a new school entrance, so that's part of their physical plant that's new, and the baseball and softball complex is the best you'll find anywhere. Now to field level for our national anthem. I see as I look over at our Zaleski sports lineup that we've got the high school coverage all to ourselves tonight. Other soccer games that don't have facilities to keep our equipment warm and dry and not getting wet in the rain have come off of our schedule tonight, even though some of those games may actually be played. We've had some softball and baseball that's been rained out because of unplayable or wet grounds today. So Rapids and Everest fans and everyone else looking in, glad you're with us today. My name's Chris Conley, normally the voice of the DC Everest Evergreens. Rapids has been a part of our Zaleski sports family for forever. So if you're a Rapids fan, glad to have you with us tonight as well. We are sponsored by Camping World of Rothschild, just off I-39, offering a huge inventory of new and used RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and campers. Treat yourself to memories that'll last a lifetime. Visit Camping World of Rothschild. Teams will be out on the pitch in just a moment. Keep an eye on 24 for the Evergreens. Jenna Bauman, the team's leading scorer, rehabbed from an Achilles injury and missed almost all of last season. Worked her way back into the Everest lineup for the first couple of games this year. Was the Everest goal scorer in the 1-1 draw against Marshfield earlier in the week. Came at the 5-minute mark, and what a pretty goal it was. Tremendous footwork to get past two defenders and then to get the shot on goal that was true. Rapids keeper Aaliyah Leach wears the black with white numerals. Evergreens keeper senior McKenna Campman wears the gray with the neon pink number 0. I get in soccer, if you're the goalkeeper, you want 0. That's how many goals I plan on allowing. 0. If you're not familiar with the high school soccer game, we play two 40-minute halves, so an 80-minute match ahead tonight. Rapids will possess first. Whistle's going to sound in just a moment, and then play will be in. And we're underway. I don't think playing on the field turf, on the synthetic, makes much of a difference tonight. Anyone who plays competitive soccer, high school or college level, plays on synthetic turf every once in a while. I mean, even in Wisconsin for years now, the state championship tournament played up at the Uline Stadium outside of Milwaukee. Synthetic turf there. Long ball ahead. The Evergreens are going to get to this, but there's no angle, and the Evergreens are offside. Flag went up, and Rapids will restart us in just a moment. Fleet Farm says pick up your pet's favorites from Fleet Farm. Find everything from food to treats to toys and health products all under one roof from the brands you trust. Dogs or cats, they've got you covered. Shop your pet's everyday essentials at Fleet Farm. That restart took us a while to get play back in. I guess the question for Rapids in tonight's game is, can they generate enough looks? Can they get enough pressure on the net to be competitive? Here's a ball ahead. The Evergreens are onside here. Goalkeeper is off her line, chipped over and in. The Evergreens get a goal in the second minute. I believe that was McKenna Koch's goal, but we'll wait for an official announcement here. Goalkeeper came off her line and was unable to get to that in time. That may have been Ava Hopper, too. Madison Sasma's goal. So neither of my guesses were correct. So the Evergreens will play from in front tonight. Again, we talk about this when we do a lot of these high school soccer matches. One of the things that a goalkeeper develops a sense for is, do you stay back and hold your line, or do you come off your line and challenge the ball? If you come off your line and challenge the ball, you've got to get to it, or else you've left the goal open. That was the case there, too. Evergreens are back on the attack. And this is going to be a corner kick for the Evergreens. Now, the Evergreens had an early lead in their match earlier this week, scored at the 5-minute mark. Gave back that goal, had the equalizer at 18 minutes, and then we played the better part of 60 minutes of soccer with no goals being scored. Low, hard one that goes to the wrong side of the far side post. This will be a goal kick. You know what comes up at the end of the month. If you live in Marshfield, you know it's Marshfield Dairy Fest. We're sponsored by Visit Marshfield. Dairy Fest is May 31st through June 2nd. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. We'll see you at Dairy Fest. It'll be a fun-filled weekend like it always is. 3 cheers for the cows. Along the near side touchline, Rapids possesses. That went out of play. Unable to keep that in was Veronica Candler. Rapids does not have a lot of seniors on their team, so this team figures to be better next year as some of these varsity players get another year of experience under their belts. Emma Rokas tried to get that to the far side, but there was no one there. Evergreens come back. Ball is slid ahead, and the Evergreens are on the run again. To the center, where there's a little more room. And the Evergreens are going to get another look at the net here. No, they're offside again. Flag went up from the near side official. If you don't have experienced soccer eyes, offside can be a little bit tricky. You've got to find not the offensive player with the ball, but the offensive player who is trailing. They cannot be ahead of the final defender. In other words, you can't have 2 offensive players beyond the last defender. That's offside. And you watch because the sideline official will raise his flag. He'll let you know that they're offside. And then once the play concludes, the whistle will sound. In other words, you cannot score when you possess the ball and you are offside. They'll waive off the penalty if the defense takes the ball away. I see when I watch some of the Premier League soccer games on TV that they just put a line on the screen, which makes it easier to see. This rolls towards the net. An easy save for Aaliyah Leach. Yeah, offsides is really easy to see if they put, like you watch a football game, they have the yellow first down line that's superimposed on your screen. When you superimpose a line like that in soccer, then offside becomes much easier to see. Ball in front, Evergreens in traffic. Wow, they were offside again. So that's a popular call tonight. That's the 3rd time this near official's flag has gone up. He was right that time. Yeah, we are so glad to be undercover in the press box of what would be the football stadium here. Yeah, back in the fall, I mean, for the life of me, towards the end of the high school sports year, a lot of the games blend into one. I don't remember if I did the DC Everest Rapids game here or over at Steam Stadium on the Everest campus. Of course, they alternate back and forth. Got a whistle. This is a foul here on Rapids. So Everest will restart just on the edge of their attacking third of the pitch here. Normally, when we do football, we're all the way on the far north side of the press box. We're in the middle today. Nice view for our Zaleski Sports cameras. Everest again on the attack. Ball ahead. Went right through the 2 players that were closest to it and scooped up by Aaliyah Leach. Leach has been active early on. She'll punt this out. And the Evergreens are solid on the back end. I think if there was one part of this Everest game that their team would like to improve, I think they'd like to be stronger from the middle back. They'd like to become a stronger defensive team. Evergreens have more than enough scoring firepower. Just want to make sure when you work so hard to get goals that you don't give them back easily. And we certainly saw that in the 1-1 draw on Tuesday against Marshfield. We did an earlier Everest soccer game here on Zaleski Sports. The Evergreens were up 2-0 and looked like they were cruising along. Then they gave up a late goal to Walsall West on a defensive breakdown. They would win the match 2-1, but had to sweat out the last minute or two before the final whistle sounded. You know what? The one thing that's a little bit different about the game in playing on the synthetic turf, compared to a grass field, the players are less likely to try sliding challenges. That this plastic turf, I think, hurts. I think you get carpet burn. Near side ball, Evergreens track it down. Caitlin Abil tries to center. It's in traffic in the big box. Evergreens trying to turn. That's blocked. Evergreen's Ruby Cowell tried to keep that alive. Evergreen still possessed, but much further back. Rapids has really not generated a good chance so far, and we're in the 8th minute of today's match. Everest 1-0 on a Madison Sazama goal. Evergreens are solid on the back defensive end here. This is ahead to Xizhang Lo. Plays it back. I can remember as a kid some of the old New York Cosmos games at Giant Stadium. Now, each team in the North American Soccer League would have some European stars. The Cosmos had Pele, the Brazilian superstar. But when they played on the old artificial turf, now the old artificial turf is different than what we have today. That was just like a green carpet. None of the European players would ever leave their feet to challenge a ball. No, you'll rip up your leg. You'll rip up your hip like that. So in that sense, the soccer that we saw in the early years in North America was different than what we see now. Rapids back on the defensive end. We'll park this over the touchline. We'll have a throw-in. I know when the old North American Soccer League went bankrupt and went out of business, when they decided to restart soccer here in the U.S., that most of the teams play on natural turf, on real grass. That was a big thing early on. I know that since then, because my oldest son is a soccer nut, we've seen a couple of NYCFC games at the new Yankee Stadium. Shot here, save. And the Evergreens getting another look at the net where Rapids just hasn't had anything on the other side. Yeah, and the new Yankee Stadium is not such a great soccer venue. Of course, you're playing on top of the baseball field when you're going in one direction, so that's not so good. And soccer fans will tell you the field has to be the right width, that a lot of plays in soccer develop from the wings towards the center of the field. And if you don't have enough width, if the field's not wide enough, here's a shot tipped over the crossbar and out of play. That bounced off the football goal post behind the net, so that was too high. But elevating there, that's a pretty good save from Aaliyah Leach. Yeah, if the soccer field is not wide enough, then everyone's kind of clumped towards the middle. It takes away some of the spacing of the game. Not the case here. Again, today's field is laid out beyond the sidelines of the football field. Evergreens will have a throw-in here from right in front of their own bench. Yeah, this field today is probably about, 5 yards wider, so 10 extra yards on the wings of each side of the field. And then our goals are set up right along the back line of what would be the football end zones. About to enter our 12th minute, 1-0 Everest. Evergreens again try and center this into traffic from just outside the box. Shot save right into the waiting arms of Aaliyah Leach. By my count, that's the Rapids keeper's 6th save so far. Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. It's the first time in a while that the ball's been down here. See if Rapids can possess and generate something. Nope, Evergreens clear it right out. Ahead to Jenna Bauman. Bauman with a nice ball ahead, and the Evergreens are onside. Going to get a look at the net here. Shot, save. That's a great save. Aaliyah Leach denied what looked like a promising pass set up by Jenna Bauman. Corner kick for the Evergreens. I think that shot came from Zhongjia Lo. Evergreens will play this corner across, but there's no one there. This is going to roll out of bounds. It'll be a deep throw-in for Wisconsin Rapids. Rapids will throw in again. Yeah, the problem for Rapids, they have not been able to generate enough scoring opportunities. Haven't been able to get looks at the net so far. Got to get that turned around. Evergreens here. This is Bryn Campman, promising freshman, tried to chip that high. Unable to connect with her player there in the center. While this ball is retrieved, why don't we step out for our first commercial break? Evergreens 1, Rapids nothing. This is girls high school soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
Evergreens generated a couple of opportunities while we were in the commercial break. From the far wing, Jenna Bauman had the ball but was unable to connect with one of her teammates. And Madison Suzama, the goal scorer, had something from the near side wing. Evergreens, there's more fancy footwork from Jenna Bauman. Bauman tried to slide that, hoping that a teammate could close on it, a little bit too far ahead. Evergreens again seem to gobble up all of these balls at midfield. Here's a long ball ahead. Emma Rokas is going to get to it. Beg your pardon, that's Abby Gust. Gust centering. Rapids' first promising opportunity, edge of the box. Evergreens challenge, and the ball's out of danger for the time being. Good sequence for Rapids. Evergreens with a counter-attacking chance. This is 3-on-3 as the Evergreens push forward. Tried to get that ahead to Jenna Bauman, but Bauman had two defenders around him, around her, and the ball didn't get through. Evergreens from the far side wing. Evergreens still possess. Out of play for a deep throw-in. Still Everest ball. We're brought to you by Backey's Family Chiropractic in Rothschild. Personalized chiropractic care in a family-oriented atmosphere. They can help any age patient from a few days old to moms and dads keeping up with the kids. No matter what issue your body is battling, migraines, anxieties, stress, or a wide variety of youth issues, let Backey's Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. Jenna Bauman again. Fancy footwork, and then her shot is blocked. Didn't get through. It's Kennedy Foley, a freshman, who denied the senior. Evergreens play this back. Ruby Cowell. Annie Kilbaka got it off to the side. Evergreens slide this forward along the wing. There's some room to operate there. Stopping, tried to get that forward again to Jenna Bauman. Bauman couldn't control it. Goes over the touchline. Rapids will have a goal kick coming up. Express Employment Professionals says get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals. Locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's their website, expresspros.com. Evergreen scored in the first minute of the match and have enjoyed a 1-0 lead since then. Everest touches this forward along the far side. Play back, shot from long range, save. Aaliyah Leach, the Rapids keeper, has been active. A rare misplay defensively for the Evergreens. Evergreens quickly moved that forward. Caitlin Abil with a quick recovery to the far side. In fact, that was a nice ball ahead. Evergreens try and center. That was misplayed by one of the Rapids defenders. Then a second line of defense was able to get it out. Rapids chips this ahead, but there's no one in the center of the field. Rapids player closes on it quickly, and then it's blocked. That's a hustle play for Emma Rokas of Rapids. Rapids will get a throw in. We're coming up on the middle stages of the first half. 1-0 Everest. Thrown in by Jordan Cotter. Everest player's going to get called for a push. That's going to be a foul on Ruby Cowell. Cowell had both her hands in the back of that Rapids player and forced Abby Gust off the ball. Gust will take the free kick. See if she can loft this into the scoring area from here. Nope, plays it short, almost hit the referee. And cleared out by the Evergreens. Jenna Bauman with 4 players. Bauman is tripped by one of the Rapids players. That is a foul. Jenna Bauman was ready to take on all 4 of them. Evergreens played this short on the restart. At the 20-minute mark, Everest will have a throw-in from the far side. Everest plays this back. Evergreens tried to play that off to the wing, tried to find Kylie Koch. Instead, Rapids comes away, tried to get that ahead for Claire Mitchell, the freshman. Evergreens have that snuffed out defensively. Again, light rain falling from the opening whistle, not a particularly pleasant night. Cool, though. Rapids takes it away, but tried to get it over to the wing, and the Evergreens denied that. Bryn Kampman disrupted the chance. Evergreens now ahead, back on the attack. Tried to slide this ball ahead. Jenna Bauman's going to catch it in the corner, but has no angle. That's out of bounds. Corner kick coming up for the Evergreens from the near side. Auto Select of Weston is on Schofield Avenue. They have been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston. Set piece for the Evergreens. It's their 3rd corner of the night. High, lofting ball towards the far post, headed to wide. Right idea. Evergreen's got that ball into the small box, then wide of the near side post. Rapids won the JV game on this field before we came on air, 5-0. Evergreen's play this towards the center. Ruby Cowell fights for it. Rapids tries to send that ahead, but no one's there. Rapids been unable to make some of these long-distance connections. Evergreen's not able to control there. Rapids will get a throw in near the middle of the pitch. Jordan Cotter puts it back in. Rapids player initiated the contact there. This is a foul on Rapids. Everest ball. From right at the midfield stripe, Everest on the restart. High ball to the edge of the attacking third, but Rapids has 3-4 defenders in the center of the field, out of danger. From the center, trying to slide that off to the side was Andy Kobaka. No connection to be made. Evergreen's back a little further. Restart there. Wow, Jenna Bauman just turned on a dime. Bauman's got a couple of defenders to challenge, tried to split the two of them and lost the ball. Got to account for where Jenna is on the field. Her ball handling skills are superior. Evergreen's played this off to the side. It's into traffic. This will be a throw-in for Everest at the 24th minute. Both teams make some substitutions here. Ruby Coel, who was about to throw it in for the Evergreens, is instead coming out. Kara Schmidt Jr. will throw it in for Everest from the near sideline. Trying to get that into Grace Sandquist, instead over to the far side. Little hand fighting for that ball, too. That's going to be a handball. Yeah, it's a handball on Rapids. So Evergreen's going to get a kick here from just outside the big box on the far side. Evergreen's could loft this on goal. Rapids going to set up a 3-player wall. See if the Evergreens want to play this over the top or not. Evergreens on goal, tipped high over the crossbar. Yeah, I knew the Evergreens could put it on goal from there. Aaliyah Leach goes up, sends it up over the top. So we stay at 1-0. This will be a corner kick now for the Evergreens from the near side. High, arcing away into traffic. Chipped right into the arms again of Leach. While Leach punts this out towards midfield, we'll step aside for a quick break. It's 1-0 Everest. This is girls soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Rapids on the attack for the first time in a while. Into traffic, that's over the end line. That's going to be a goal kick. Beg your pardon, a corner being awarded to Rapids from the far side. I believe Cameo Christensen is going to take this. I don't know, that's a long look all the way across the field. A long look and old eyes. Curling, headed out. Rapids has 3 players back. Evergreen start a run along the far side. Evergreen's try and center. This is going to be Bauman from close range, and she scores. 2-0 Everest. When Bauman beat that defender, you knew that Rapids was in trouble. At the 27th minute, it's now 2-0 Evergreens. Again, that goal for the Evergreens gives them a tremendous amount of breathing room. Again, Rapids has just been able to generate only limited chances. Along the wing, Everest is on the run again. Kylie Koch tried to stop there, and her momentum carried her forward. Out of bounds off the Rapids player. Deep throw in for the Evergreens. Everest from the far side got a whistle here. Ball will go over to Rapids. You know what? We've got to get that figured out. This is not Jenna Bauman's goal. Number 19 for the Evergreens is unrostered. We don't have a 19 on our roster, and yet she's the goal scorer. Try and get that sorted out. That was the same way in our Tuesday game against Marshfield. Someone's wearing a uniform number that's not theirs. And it was a nice goal, too. We'd like to give credit where credit is due. Yeah, I see that Katie Schulfer wears number 19 on the JV team. I don't think that's Katie. You know what? In our post-game coverage, we'll have to get that straightened out. We're going to do a few more Everest soccer games before the year is done. And if 19's a goal scorer, we want her to get the credit. About 10 minutes to go until halftime. 2-0 Everest. Evergreens are in no danger here. Played too long on the wing and out of play. Axis Insurance says whether it concerns your personal life or your business, with Axis Insurance, you know you're taken care of. Auto, home, business, life, and disability, no matter what your needs, look to Axis Insurance and rest easy. Learn more at AxisInsurance.net. Axis Insurance. Their business revolves around you. First time in a while that the Everest keeper, McKenna Campman, has had to do something. Came out there and cleared the ball off. Evergreens with a counter-attacking run along the far side. And then the ball's too far out in front. It's going to be a corner kick coming up for the Evergreens. Low line drive, skips off the turf. Rapids plays it off to the side. This will go out of play over the touchline near the middle of the pitch. Evergreens will throw in. Long ball ahead, headed up. Everest got one player there in the box. Rapids has 3 back. Tough angle, hit the side of the net. No good. We're in the 31st minute. It's 2-0 Evergreens. For the final time in this first half, let's step aside for a break. Girls high school soccer coverage on Zaleski Sports.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Thank you for joining us for Zaleski Sports High School Girls Soccer coverage. The Evergreens are in control of this. Scored a goal in the first minute, so they've had the lead the entire night, and now up 2-0. Centering in traffic, that's going to be a handball. And that's going to be a handball in the box. So the clock is going to stop here at the 32nd minute. The Evergreens are going to get a penalty kick out of this and a golden chance to widen their lead even more. Handball on Rapids in the big box. Evergreens will set this down on the spot and a chance to have a commanding 3-goal lead. Let's see what happens. Kick here is good. It's just a bad spot for a handball. No protest from Rapids on the handball call, so we'll assume from their close range that it's correct. 3-0 now.
DC Everest goal at the 32-22 mark. Number 16, Fangchi Lo.
Just being announced to the crowd here, Shangjia Lo took the penalty kick for the Evergreens, putting them up 3-0. So Rapids needs to regroup. They need to see if they can get out of this first half without giving up any more points. Let's continue telling you about Axis Insurance. Whether it concerns your personal life or your business, with Axis Insurance, you know you're taken care of. Auto, home, business, life, and disability. No matter what your needs, look to Axis Insurance and rest easy. Learn more at AxisInsurance.net. Axis Insurance. Their business revolves around you. Listen carefully while I tell you about the Hearing House. They provide personalized hearing health care from 5 convenient locations throughout central Wisconsin. Call Karen or Todd and schedule an appointment at Wausau, Stevens Point, Colby, Neelsville, or Marshfield. Make your house a hearing house. Goal kick here as Rapids will clear this out. Yeah, even late in the first half, officially, Rapids does not have a shot on goal in this game. They pressured, generated one chance, but again, didn't get through to the net. Evergreens back in their defensive end, turn this around. Rapids tries to center. Evergreens counterattacking. Bryn Kampman. Kampman, wow, skips that ball ahead. What a great ball on the far side. Evergreens possess. Rapids with a good defensive play to get it out of there. Evergreen's edge of the attacking third. Now to the center. You know, what's one of the differences between these two teams? Everest kind of effortlessly strings passes together. Rapids has trouble getting 2 or 3 passes together to advance the ball downfield. Rapids more dependent on long run chances, which are just lower percentage plays in high school soccer. Again, long ball downfield. There's no one there. So we'll go over the far touchline. The Evergreens will throw in.
We could get all the youth to the north end of the field in preparation for halftime.
Earlier today, this was Parents' Night, so all of the Rapids junior varsity and varsity soccer players were introduced with their moms and dads. Just being announced to the crowd that there'll be some kind of youth soccer presentation here, so they'll come out onto the big field and be recognized. About 4 minutes from now. It's a foul on Everest. Rapids is going to see if they can put something on goal from about 20 yards out. Here we go. High ball into traffic, one hopped into the hands of the Everest keeper, McKenna Campman. Campman has been untested so far tonight. Punts it out. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Walsall, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or learn more online at nicolaybank.com. nicolaybank.com. Evergreen's put this over the touchline. This will be a Rapids throw-in. Rapids has been possessing the ball a little bit more here in the later stages of the first half. They trailed 3-0. The Evergreens may have what they need already to have a happy bus ride home. Still got another half of soccer to tell the tale tonight. Evelyn Bowman throws this in. Out of bounds, and Rapids will throw it in again. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Now it's the Evergreens who will throw in. Long run, and now to the center, a little bit too long there. Rapids clears it away. Evergreen's off on the wing. Ruby Cowell shot, hit the crossbar, and went up and over. Evergreen's almost added another goal. You know what we've seen so far tonight? The Rapids goalkeeper, the junior, Aaliyah Leach, has a big vertical. She can get up and defend that high shot. Yeah, Leach got big air. Got a hand on that. 90 seconds of play remaining in the first half. On this night full of light rain, Everest 3, Rapids nothing. Played short here for Ruby Cowell. As we go to the final minute, there's a takedown. Foul is on the Evergreens, though. It was the Everest player who was trying to fight through the Rapids player, and the whistle sounded there. Evergreens with goals in the first minute, the 27th minute, and a penalty kick at the 32nd minute. Madison Sasama started the scoring. Shongjia Low connected on the penalty kick. And the Evergreens are going to end this first half by rolling one onto the goal. Rapids will punt this out. And in just a moment, we'll hear the whistle that will bring this first half to a close.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And this is rolled towards the Everest goal. It is halftime. 40 minutes in the books. DC Everest 3, Wisconsin Rapids nothing. I'm Chris Conley, and we are at intermission. Girls High School Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here. I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
I'm Karen from the Hearing House. Ignoring hearing loss can have many negative effects on your body and your life. Even if you don't realize it, it can affect your mind, your relationships, the way you feel, the way you act, your activities. Hearing loss is so much more than not hearing what people are saying. That's why at the Hearing House we're so passionate about what we do, because we see the changes in people's lives.
So call us if you're ready to find out if we can help you.
Make your house a hearing house.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with four-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
3-0 at halftime. DC Everest leads Wisconsin Rapids. Halftime is brought to you by the Greenheck Group, the global leader creating air movement and control equipment. Greenheck is one of Walsall's largest employers, the perfect place for the next step in your career. See if Greenheck Group is right for you. That's greenheck.com. Greenheck.com. I'm Chris Conley. Evergreens with goals in the first, 27th, and 32nd minutes for this 3-0 lead. Evergreens are looking to go 4-0-1 in conference play. Rapids in danger of falling behind in the standings. A loss here would drop them to 2-2-1 overall. Halftime's over. Teams will be out on the pitch in just a moment. I see elsewhere, if you've been keeping an eye on the Bucks, fourth quarter, they're now down by 20, so their season's likely to come to an end. Just tough to have your two leading scorers in the NBA hobbled by injuries as you get your playoff run underway. It's just an unlucky break for the Milwaukee Bucks. You remember when they acquired Damian Lillard during the offseason? The Bucks were immediately, Anthony and Cleopatra and those people where you make all the bets from your phone, put them as the favorite to win the NBA title. Just goes to show you that over the course of a long season, there's just the unknown. Things like injuries. Who can account for that? You wouldn't have thought that the Bucks would be a third seed going into the playoffs, would you? Nope. During the regular season, the Pacers beat the Bucks 4 out of 5 meetings. So that was always going to be a tough playoff matchup. Back to girls soccer here. Rapids will move from left to right across our Zaleski Sports cameras. Whistle sounds, plays in for the second half. And the Evergreens with a commanding 3-0 lead. And the Evergreens start with a run to the edge of the box. Evergreens still possess. This is Shi Zhonglo, played back. Out of play before the Everest player could control that ball. A Rapids throw in. Everest throw in here on the edge of the attacking third. Ava Hopper put this in play. Hopper was great on Tuesday night. Had a couple of long runs in the second half. Gave the Evergreens a couple of scoring chances. A little more quiet in tonight's game. But again, this game tonight just has a different feel. The Evergreens got on top early and have built that lead instead of giving back their advantage like they did on Tuesday. Rapids keeper punches the way out to the middle of the field. Tricky spin on that ball. Evergreen's Kirsten Hall comes away with it. Hall went down hard and up quickly. Shang-Jia Lo, who's a goal scorer tonight, quickly picked up the defense. And the Evergreens get that out of there. We're sponsored by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step today. Contact Next Step Prosthetics. Shot there was partially deflected off one of the Rapids players and then gobbled up by the keeper. Everest fans, tomorrow we're back on the air with a softball doubleheader. Evergreens will be hosting Chippewa Falls. That's a home game over at the Everest softball complex. If you can't come out and see it, it's on Zaleski Sports 2. Both games starting at 4:30. Holding this in the corner is Hopner, who now centers. Hopper couldn't get it to her teammate. Evergreen still possess at the edge of the box. Shangji Lo centering. There's going to be a foul on the Rapids player. No, a foul on Everest. Two players both battling for the ball. Bodies came together. And Rapids will get a defensive chance to get this ball out of there. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski. They'll make you feel right at home. Online, that's scswiderski.com for more. This will be a Rapids throw-in on the far side. Actually, a foul was called over there, so this will be a Rapids kick instead of a throw-in. You know, a little bit of unfinished business from the Evergreens' 1-1 draw against Marshfield. I mean, for sports that we see here in the United States, ties are rare. You have a tie in hockey after playing in overtime. You know, in hockey, an 8-minute overtime usually is enough to break most ties. And yet in soccer, unless it's a tournament game at the end of regulation, the game's a draw if the score is tied. And just among American sports fans, we don't deal with ties very well. We don't know what's the emotion of a tie. Well, the emotions were very different at the end of the Everest Marshfield tie, 1-1. For Marshfield, that was probably their best effort of the entire season. Now, granted, they didn't get a win, so I mean, it's a tie, 1-1. But Marshfield was ecstatic to be going home with 1 point in the standings. Whereas the Evergreens were visibly disappointed that they were tied. I mean, the Evergreens are the best team in the Wisconsin Valley Conference so far. They're in first place. They expect to win all of their Valley Conference games. And to settle for a tie where they had an early lead, the Evergreens weren't happy about that. So the emotions were very different between the two teams when we tied on Tuesday. Which also led to a little Zaleski sports conversation that we had during one of our commercial breaks. Now here at Zaleski, we usually interview the winning coach, if they're willing, and one of their players. Often we let the coach decide. So who do you interview? Do you interview one from both sides when the game ends in a tie? We decided that we would interview Marshfield. Since it was Marshfield that kind of played over their head, Marshfield tied the Evergreens and not the other way around. Now, some people have been scratching their heads about that. It was a tie game. Why did you interview people from one team and not the other? That was just the feeling that we had at the end of that game. Evergreens here get another chance at the goal. Shot off the keeper and hit the post. Rebound is in. The rebound is through for the Evergreens. Off the keeper, hit the post, and then the rebound makes it 4-0 Evergreens. I believe that's Ava Hopper in the teal soccer cleats, who is the goal scorer for the Evergreens. Yeah, that's the 9 of Ava Hopper, who scores for the Evergreens at the 46-minute mark. Nice to see Ava rewarded with a goal because she had a lot of chances in the second half of that Marshfield tie that we were talking about just a moment ago. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, 100% employee-owned. With the Evergreens building their lead even further, let's step out for a quick break. This is girls high school soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance. and everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
A rainy and cold night here in Wisconsin Rapids, reminding us that the seasons haven't completely changed, at least not just yet. High ball towards the center. Yeah, Rapids has just not had the chances to get themselves on the board here. One hop off the wet turf and into the arms of Aaliyah Leach. Leach has played very well. Punts that out of play, so the Evergreens will get a throw in. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Loans and leases, crop insurance, tax and records, they have you covered. Ag Country, Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield, and Medford. Evergreens play this off to the wing. Hopper again will try to center this into traffic. Rapids has a defender there. Evergreens had a player there too, and it pinballs out of play. This will be ruled a goal kick off the Everest player last. Evergreens possess back towards the middle of the field. Now Rapids will get a chance. Again, long ball ahead. That's just a low percentage play when the Evergreens have three defenders back like that. Evergreens are packing the back half of the field. A luxury you have when you're up by 4 goals. Foundation Finance says now is your chance to work with a company that really understands growth. Foundation Finance Company has grown every year since they started in 2012. Make the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits that start at day one from Foundation Finance. Evergreens play this towards the center. And now back, it's on the foot of Xinjiang Lo. Evergreens now off to the far side. And forward, that came in a little too hot and out of play. 30 minutes of soccer left in our match. 4-0 Evergreens. Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, Wausau turn for local family-owned auto service you can trust. Major and minor repairs, foreign and domestic vehicles. Look to Elite Auto Care, Schofield Avenue in Schofield. Tomorrow's going to be a more pleasant day for softball and baseball. I see the Evergreens baseball team is hosting Hudson. Again, we'll be doing the softball doubleheader against Chippewa Falls. I imagine that under a sunny sky and temperatures in the upper 60s, fields will be drying out during the day, and by the late afternoon, we'll be good to go. At least that's the plan, and I'm sticking with it. I understand that Chippewa Falls has a good softball program, so that should be competitive out of conference fast-pitch softball tomorrow. Jenna Bauman trying to fight through some traffic, but Rapids had 3 defenders back there. That's a handball that bounced up and hit the Evergreens player in the hands. Madison Sazama, a goal scorer in the opening minute of tonight's match, the guilty party there. Evergreens turn and move this ball upfield. Again, Rapids figures to be a better soccer team next year than they are this year, just because they have so many underclassmen. Well, that went off the Everest player's foot and popped up near the goal. Another save for Aaliyah Leach. And you know, what kind of goalkeeper you have is usually an underrated part of the high school soccer team. Leach is only a junior, so she'll be back for Rapids next year. A lot of contact there, no whistle, will play through it. Claire Mitchell, freshman for Rapids. Got tangled up with one of the Everest players. That's a foul on Leach. Leach and junior Kirsten Hall tangled up there. Hall played much of the high school basketball season with a brace on one of her legs. Glad to see that that's off for soccer. Getting healthy. The one thing about all the new facilities here in Wisconsin Rapids, and they've built everything right. The football field and soccer pitch that we're using today looks beautiful. But you got to have a lot of corporate sponsorship to make it work. Here's a shot here. Goal is open and just wide. Evergreens almost went up 5-0. So you see in the corners the store and Subway and Pomp's Tire. They are also the same sponsors for the baseball field. This is officially known as the Wood Trust Bank Field. Their name is across the center at Southwood County Stadium. That's how you have to do it. The renovations are not cheap, and the sponsorship money makes it happen. And what has Rapids got for it? They've got beautiful sports facilities. The one part of Rapids that has not really been redone is their field house. Their field house is old, part of the original high school here. The new high school entranceway, which was new at the fall at the start of the current school year, is beautifully done. That's a really nice entrance, a nice welcome way to the high school building. Rapids next year will have a new school superintendent, too. Shot here is wide towards the near post. Everest player trying to close on it. Instead, it rolls over the touchline. This is going to be a goal kick. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com and find an agent near you. That's mutualofwausau.com. I see that the Milwaukee Bucks basketball season has indeed come to an end. They've lost to the Pacers 120-98. Damian Lillard did play in the game, not at 100%. Jenna Bauman fought for that ball. Jenna's got it. And Jenna tries to slide it ahead for Ava Hopper, a little too long. See, on the grass, that would have been a good pass. On the synth, which plays a little bit faster, too long and out of play. Goal kick. Rapid centers this. A little bit of room to operate here for Natalie Haddow. Off to the side. Pass is too long. Allie Johns unable to catch up with it. A throw in for the Evergreens. 24 minutes of soccer remaining. There's not been a lot of suspense in tonight's night. Evergreens scoring early and then steadily building that lead up. That pass is too long along the far side. It'll be a Rapids throw in. Great Lakes Cheese says join the team at Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau. You'll work at a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path at Great Lakes Cheese. Learn more and apply at greatlakescheese.com. Rapids will put this ball back in play. Why don't we take a quick break? 23 minutes of soccer left tonight. Everest 4, Rapids nothing on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, my name is Preston. I have the Abbey Bank Bright Future checking account for kids and teens. I really like the mobile wallet feature. I just tap my phone to pay for snacks or anything at a store. I get my own debit card that my mom can transfer money into. She can also turn my card on or off if I misplace it. Plus, Abbey Bank gave me a bonus after I made my first deposit. Mom, if you're listening, send more money, please.
Visit us online at abbeybank.com to learn more. Abbey Bank is a member FDIC.
Long ball ahead for the Evergreens. Play on what may have been a foul, and then trying to wheel on that was Jenna Bauman, went right off one of the Rapids players. Got a foul or a handball called here, as the ball goes way over the end line and has to be retrieved by one of our ball boys. Both teams will use this time for substitutions. Evergreens are going to get this kick from about straight on, from about 25 yards off the net. No, I beg your pardon. That was out of bounds off the Evergreens, so it's a goal kick, and the Evergreens will throw in from about 35 yards out. Roto Graphics is your local Wausau graphic printing expert. Your business can always depend on the finest customer service, ensuring that your product is done right. It'll set you apart from the competition. Sales literature, retail product design, brand building. Get your next graphics printing need from Roto Graphics, 80th Street in Wausau. Long running ball that the Evergreens have a defender that's closest to. That ball stayed in play along the far side, centering. No angle to speak of there, and Rapids will hold it in along the near side. Rapids again possesses. Edge of the big box. Tried to play that soft. Everest keeper will gather it in. We are halfway through the second half. About to enter our 60th minute of an 80-minute match. Culligan Water says get Culligan Water for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. That's CulliganH2O.com. Really, the only suspense right now is will the Evergreens be able to complete the shutout? Evergreens are certainly going to go home winners tonight. Evergreens have swapped in some of their JV players, comfortable with where they are at this point in the game. Yeah, these are some JVers that are on the pitch right now for the final 20 minutes of play. Punted away, short, bouncing ball. Everest plays this back. McKenna Koch, sophomore. So, whether or not there'll be a shutout tonight is going to depend on a lot of junior varsity players who are on the field right now for the Evergreens. Rapids will throw in Allie Johns. Rapids to the right of this field. just out of view of our Zaleski Sports cameras. They've got a big video board here, and they do a lot with it. They've got a couple of student photographers who are running the cameras down on the field. Got a lot of different views of this game if you look up at the video board. All the cool schools have them. We go over and do soccer at Marshfield. Their beautiful new stadium has a video board as well. We do those playoff high school football games at Bayport. Bayport has a huge video scoreboard. Bayport, just outside of Green Bay. If I remember, the Packers Team Foundation paid for their artificial turf. What a nice gift from the Green Bay Packers to one of the Green Bay area schools. Bayport's got great sports facilities. Evergreen's McKenna Koch will throw in here. Olivia Gertz just got a touch. That's out of play. A Rapids throw in right in front of the Everest bench. This will be a Rapids throw-in in front of their bench. Yeah, the weather's going to be nicer tomorrow. And we're expecting some rain on Saturday and then sunshine back on Sunday. So rain and sunshine seems to be alternating, 50-50. Ball towards the edge of the box, cleared out by the Evergreens. Shutout still intact. Rapids has not had a solid scoring opportunity so far tonight. The Evergreens have in-conference games remaining against, let's see, Wausau East and one other, and it will come to me soon enough. Give me a moment. I'm scanning through the schedule and the game results in my mind. Evergreens have wins already against Merrill, Stevens Point, Wausau West. A tie against Marshfield. This is going to be a win against Wisconsin Rapids. Yeah, is Wausau East the only conference opponent left for the Evergreens before they play that late season tournament? I think that's the case. Evergreens keeper McKenna Campman comes off her line and scoops that up. Yeah, that's right. After this, one conference game left on the regular schedule at Wausau East. Then the teams will pair up and play off in the middle half of May. Foul was called on Everest. Players a little bit confused because the side official raised his flag. Saw something he didn't like. Rapids will throw in on the edge of their scoring third. Evergreens take it back. Cross field, there's a little bit of room to run. Rapids is chasing this defensively, and they get there. Evergreens will get a throw in deep in their own end. J&D Tube Benders in the Weston Industrial Park is a certified custom manufacturer and distributor of tubes, tubing, and tube assemblies. It's a local, family-owned business that could be the perfect spot to consider for the next step in your career. If you're looking for a change, consider applying at J&D Tube Benders. Their website is jdtube.com. It's jdtube.com. Rapids player unable to control that along the touchline. The Evergreens will have a throw in. 3-0 at halftime, 4-0 now. Fancy footwork there by Olivia Gertz. Now off to the side. Edge of the box, Everest player goes down, no whistle, will play through that. Rapids takes it away. Evergreens off to the side. Lauren Budleski for a moment had it, unable to advance it. Again, the Evergreens get to use a deep bench with this 4-0 lead. These are a lot of players who don't see a lot of varsity action, except for games that are comfortable wins like this. We are about to enter our 70th minute, so 10 minutes of match play left before this one's in the books. This is good experience for the Everest secondary players because they're going to play for an extended period against the regular starters for Wisconsin Rapids. Again, the Evergreens began using the big bench with 20 minutes left, and we're under 10 minutes left in tonight's match right now. Tell you what, for a final time tonight, why don't we step out for a word from our sponsors? 4-0 Evergreens, late second half on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
I'm Chris Conley. We're coming down the home stretch of this one. DC Everest leading 4-0 in girls high school soccer. I was so sure that this game was going to come off our Zaleski Sports schedule, originally scheduled at the middle school, at the elementary school, where there's no press box and no cover for our equipment on what's turned out to be kind of a misty, sort of rainy, kind of unpleasant night. Then we moved up to the football field here, where we're all tucked in the press box, nice and cozy. This ball will roll out of play, and Rapids will get a throw in deep in their own end. We'll see for post-game coverage if we can catch up with Everest coach Luke Colross. The challenge here is everything is soaking wet, and you've got to move slow on these bleachers. These are slippery when wet bleachers. So we'll go all the way down to the end, then down the slippery stairs. Yes, we will hold on to the handrails and see if we can catch up with Coach Colross before the team packs up. Coach is always happy to talk after a win like this. 7.5 minutes from final whistle. I guess what kind of took some of the air out of this match is the Evergreens scored in the first minute. Madison Sazama got the Evergreens an early goal. Added one on at the 27th minute. A penalty kick late in the first half for Zhangzhou Lo made it 3-0. And then Ava Hopper has scored after a long run and then a close-range rebound that Ava put in from the near side post here in the second half. That's the only goal since halftime at the 46th minute. No angle there. That goes out of play. I think this is going to be a Rapids corner kick. Yes, it will be, from the far side. Let's see if Rapids can get something going off a set piece. High ball, a lot of air. Up goes the Everest keeper, McKenna Campman. Rapids will restart after the foul against the Evergreens. Late whistle here. This is going to be a foul on Rapids. In fact, it'll be a foul on Everest. And the referee had something to say to Lauren Budleski. No card there. Cards are rare in girls soccer. Evergreens will throw in from the far side. Not sure what we have a delay here for. What's this about? Clock is still moving. Telling us to reset the clock to 75:25. Okay, we've got the timekeeping right. Now we're ready to resume play. Not really sure why we're stopped here. Here we go. And now, of course, the clock is not moving. See, it was better off left alone. Whether or not the clock is correct has been the only drama we've had whatsoever towards the later stages of the second half. This has the look of an evergreen shutout and a happy trip home for DC Everest. What, about 45 minutes on the bus from here back to the Everest campus? Team will be happy and loosey-goosey. There's a long ball ahead. Lauren Budlinski is going to try and run this down. She's going to have it. Can she center from here? Evergreens will get a deep throw in. Official or not, there are 3.5 minutes left in tonight's match. Getting so close to graduation time for seniors, for both Rapids and for Everest. I know that I've got a daughter who's a senior at Wausau West. Graduation is May 18th. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Of course, one of the weird things, at least I've always thought is kind of a weird thing about high school sports in Wisconsin, that the season continues even after graduation. That you'll have seniors who have already collected their diplomas and may still have a few games left in the regular season or certainly in the playoffs if that's where a team is going. This is a foul on Rapids. Evergreen's are going to be able to lift this towards the scoring area here in the late moments. And that's misstruck well wide of the near side post and out of play. Out of play for an Everest throw in on the near side. Evergreens try and center this. 90 seconds of match play left. Put out of bounds. This will be an Everest throw-in. In the final minute of live play-by-play, let's recap the scoring. The Evergreens scored in the opening minute. Madison Sazama scored a goal. 1-0 until the 27th minute. We thought that Jenna Bauman scored, but we were told from the press box that unrostered number 19 scored the Evergreen second goal. Rapids was called for a handball in the big box late in the first half. Zhangzhua Lo took the penalty kick and made it 3-0. 3-0 at halftime. Ava Hopner scored on a rebound from close range on the near side post, the only goal of the second half at the 46th minute. So Sazama, Bauman, Lowe, and Hopper, the goal scorers for the Evergreens tonight. We'll be at full time in just a moment. Up next, our post-game show brought to you by Merrill Steel. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. We are at full time. Congratulations to the DC Everest Evergreens, who improved to 8-3-1 on the season. They are 4-0-1 and stay in first place in Valley Conference play with a 4-0 win tonight. Rapids falls to 2-2 in league play and 2-6-1 overall. Best of luck to you the rest of the way, Wisconsin Rapids ladies. Evergreens are 4-0 winners tonight. Down to the field for post-game coverage next. I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for being with us on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Oh, yeah. Who would you like with?
Take anyone. Who would you like?
You pick. We'll take Hopper.
Okay. We're going to go all the way to the 40 over here. This was great. They played at the elementary school. This is going to come off our schedule.
All right.
A thumbs up from my guy here. I'm Chris Conley. Post-game coverage. The Evergreens go on the road and are 4-0 winners in Wisconsin Rapids. Coach, the tie was frustrating 2 nights ago, so it feels like you're back on track tonight.
Absolutely, but I think our girls responded well. We had a good practice yesterday, and there's a lot more parity in the Valley this year than any other year. And any given day, a team like Rapids, team like Marshfield can knock you off or at least get a tie with you. And so I was happy with how we came out and got the early goal. I think that set the tempo for us and got us out to a good start.
Playing in front is always a huge advantage, but you were playing in front Tuesday night too and gave up the lead quickly. I thought the second goal is what kind of gave the team a minute to exhale.
Absolutely, and sometimes the 2-goal lead is the worst lead in soccer because the other team scores, they get momentum, and that third goal is the one that really you want to really get to. And I'm just happy we kept pushing, and even when our second line came in here tonight, there was no drop off. Everybody just kind of gave their best effort.
I thought later in the game that was good experience for some of your players who don't see a lot of varsity playing time. They get to go against another team's number ones, and they kept the shutout intact.
Yeah, and that's why I told them at halftime. Like, we have to get another one on the board here. We got to get our subs in, and because that builds depth, and that's so important as we head later into the season here to have that depth.
All right, thanks, Coach. Congratulations. Let's spend a moment with Ava Hopper, goal scorer in the second half. Congratulations. Tell us about that goal. That was on the near side post, looked like a rebound.
Yeah, it was a shot by Jenna Ballman, which was a really good shot by her. I was just there to follow up, which is what I'm there to do.
Was the team a little frustrated? Because you had some promising chances in the second half of the Marshfield tie. The Evergreens had chances in the second half, had one that banged off the crossbar. Just a lot of opportunities that weren't converted.
Yeah, but you just got to keep going. You got to learn from it and know that you just got to touch it next time and place it.
I don't think I've ever seen a team more frustrated than Tuesday night with a 1-1 tie. Rapids was delighted with that result, and you guys weren't. So this seems like a back-on-track kind of night.
I agree. I think we played really hard, and this game's going to put us right where we need to be.
Congratulations on the win tonight. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, that wraps up our post-game coverage. 4-0 is the final score from Wisconsin Rapids. DC Everest winners over the Red Raiders. I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for joining us tonight on Zaleski Sports. That was Ava Hopper. She was in the house.